R14 of TNS Season 5 is live here on Lyra Sports. It's the final road course race of the season, and these drivers will take on the PowZilla Roval, the place that Bulldogs built. He dominated here in RNCS in his first running and in the first Roval Series race, and he's looking to get back to victory lane tonight. Hello everybody, I'm Vapid Gamer. Alongside me tonight is DRM and the Gamer Boy. And we're still here at the PowZilla Speedway, just on the Roval tonight. Last week we were on the Oval. In that race we saw a multitude of cautions, and especially one within the last 10 that took out some strong drivers. Love, who looked very strong, was able to make the outside pass on Stig to win the race. Now, Gamer Boy, we're coming off of the crazy race we saw last week, and the last time we were on a road course we did see the field be shaken up. DLJ and Gamerstig both finished outside the top 10. What do you think we're going to see tonight?
You know, I think it's going to be equally, if not more crazy, because, you know, we got the dive bombs, we got slipstream. It's a rover, for God's sake, you know? It's like some weird fucking track incest shit happened, so that's how we got this, so I think it's going to be caution after caution, wreck after wreck. Things are going to be going everywhere.
Well, that is one way to put it, Gamer Boy. We apologize for that language. But yeah, you're right. We have that very tight chicane on the backstretch that connects to pit lane, and we do have the infield section, which is made out of low traction prop pieces. Well, now that that's out of the way, DRM, let's take a look at the point situation coming off of last week.
Yeah, shall we? So speaking about shaking up, we're here tonight at the Roval and looking at with 2 races to go. The most important thing these drivers are looking at are the 5 captain spots available to the top 5 in the points. Currently, right now, we have DLJ, who's currently locked up the championship as we foresee it with 476 points. Coming in second is Maggio. Coming in third is Love. Coming in fourth is Stig. Coming in sixth is Powers Jeremy. Seventh, Leadfoot. 8, Cameron Josh. Magnus in ninth of the point standings. And Ryan Lightning in 10th. Now, the drivers you want to look out for this race is definitely Love, Stig, Powers Jeremy, and Leadfoot for those captain spots, and maybe actually Josh. And speaking of Maggio, let's not forget him and count him out for those captain spots. Back to you, Vap.
Yeah, that brings me to my next point. Who do we like to see, who we think's going to win the race tonight? I mean, last time we were on a road course, we saw Magnus win the race. I mean, when you think of road courses, you don't really expect Magnus to pull out a win, but he indeed did pull out the victory last time. What do we think?
Well, I'll tell you what. You know, my boy, and you know who I'm going with, Vap, and you always know who I'm choosing, Galena. Now, you know what? He did good at Talladega. He won that race, but you know I haven't been able to see him on a road course yet. Last couple road course races he's been at, he's been doing pretty decent. I think this time he can actually get a win in the bag.
What do you think, Gamer Boy?
I think I'm going to go with Gamerstig. He's always been a pretty solid option, especially on the road course stuff, because, you know, he's got years of experience with this stuff, so I think he's going to be really solid on here.
And alright, here we go. These drivers will line it up and they will qualify, 2-lap qualifying, non-contact. Remind everybody that on road courses and Rovals, qualifying is 2 laps instead of a 3. And that is going to set, that's a beautiful segue into the first ever Vapid's Fast Track segment. I'm going to take you around this racetrack here during qualifying and see where we end up. And here we go. Here's had a very short, brief glimpse of the Lyra Sports test car, but I'll be able to take you guys around the track for a driver's view on what we might be seeing tonight. Now, one thing to remember, no slipstream, no contact here, so it's not going to be exactly a good comparison to race conditions, but it's going to give you an idea. Let's see, here we go. Plug my controller in. You want to make sure your controller is plugged in first. I've had some troubles there in the past, and here we go. Now we see, guys.
Vapid's Tour de la Treco.
Exactly.
That's what you should call it.
Now remember, this is just your outlap here, so you don't really have to worry too much about how you do it. It's all about that one shot, that one lap that you get it going for the pole. Now this corner, this first left-hander going into the infield section is going to be treacherous for these guys. That's where we see a lot of dive bombing happening. A lot of these guys are going to have to get on their brakes really early, and I think that's where some of the trouble is going to arise, and we go into this sweeping right-hander. And one thing to note, these guys are allowed to hit every green spot on the track during this qualifying session. You want to come out, maybe graze that wall a little bit. That could give you a little bit of a, that could give you somewhat of a better run off the corner. And here we go. This is going to be a very tricky part of the track tonight. Thank you, Gamer Boy, for that. Is this chicane?
I'm going to rate that a 9 out of 10.
On the brakes a little early here. It looks like some of these guys are going to go out here. We're going to go out there too and get a big run. Brake early. Get all the way down here.
Imagine Vappy gets pole.
That would be something, wouldn't it? I don't think I'm going to be good enough for pole position here tonight as we hit the wall pretty hard there on exit. Going to get close to that 49-second lap time. And we'll see where we end up, guys. That's your tour around this track. And of course, we're going to be seeing a lot of dive bombing tonight, guys. That's my biggest worry. Let's see who indeed does get the pole. And it's not me, but it looks like it will be Inner Ghost with the pole. What a lap time, 49.4. That's almost an entire second faster than what I ran.
Wow.
Over an entire second.
Damn, that's crazy.
See how that translates to race. Remember, we got Slipstream on tonight. So while they get the qualifying situated, we'll go on a mini commercial break. Stay tuned, because the main event is coming right up.
These are some good chicken nuggets.
Alright, welcome back to Season 5 race number 14 from PowZilla Roval. Just been informed of some big news that next week will be a doubleheader. We'll run Los Santos Speedway by, I believe, Goodfella, and then Phoenix by Scott afterwards. And that's as a result of the expanded and enhanced update coming out the week after, which was supposed to be the initial championship race week. So 50 laps each to next week, guys. And that'll be the end of the season. And then the next season is expected to start in around the end of April. So this brings up the question, how is this going to affect the racing community?
Well, I'll tell you what, for starters, it may divide some drivers, especially with the Hants. A lot of leagues are worried about some of these drivers being faster on PS5 than PS4 if it is cross-platform, which I don't think it is. Well, that's a big issue to look at.
I think there's a lot of unanswered questions that we may get an answer to here in the coming days, but I don't think we're really going to know anything for sure until that update comes out.
And I also like to say, on a good note, I don't think the Switch is going to happen as fast as people expect, because the way the PS5s are looking slim right now, and the price they're at, I don't think people are going to be jumping to buy a PS5 anytime soon. But that's just my word. What do you guys think?
No, I think this might collapse a couple PS4 crews, but then I think also for the ones that do survive, you strengthen them. Because then there would be, racers left from the ones that didn't make it, and I think we could possibly do some good from that. So, I'm hopeful. But I am also no longer a Torque member, so I hope doesn't matter too much.
So, hopefully it doesn't shake out the community too much, but definitely interesting to think about. I feel like it probably couldn't have been planned, because we just didn't have any information about how this is going to shake everything up. The only solution I can see is if cross-platform play is not allowed, which I don't believe it's going to be, is you either keep everybody on PS4, or you just immediately switch everything to PS5 and run a consolation league for PS4. That's my solution, but we still have a lot of time to figure it out. A couple weeks, and Season 6 is slated to start at the end of April.
You know what? They're not going to be shutting down the servers anytime soon for PS4.
No, I'm not talking about shutting down servers, I'm just saying.
Oh, I know, I'm just saying, though, in contrary, if people are worried.
Rockstar shuts it down after 1 week, so we will buy the PS5. Are we ready to join yet?
Not yet. Qualifying has just been posted. Intergos with the pole with the 49.411, and then DLJ with the 49.718. And then going on back to Giraffe, Mouse Cop, Ride, Maggio, Love and Boost, Varmint, Jeremy, Mojo, Bulldogs, Josh, Goodfella, DMX, Halverson, Stig, Blackjack, AJK, Glenna, Fat, Dude Molisher, Leadfoot, Magnus, and Hammerman round out the field. And guys, it's good to join. We are launching.
Team Fruit for the win!
Team Fruit for the win. Giraffe will be our in-race reporter. We'll be chiming in with him on the breaks. Gamer Boy, please don't. I'm gonna reach over there and yank your mic off. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
listen, the guy just made a mistake.
Honest mistake. Sorry. It's all cool. I forgive you.
I gotta say, Varmint placing up there.
Yeah, big day for Varmint.
No shame on him, but that's definitely not a position I expected from him.
Yes, you
I
can
need
join.
another.
Oh my god. Gamer boy, are you good to join?
I'm joining.
Get DRM an invite.
I'm sorry, it just disappeared. I can't control that.
And here we go, 75 laps tonight. Once again here with the broken controller. Just won't stop moving. Hopefully that will be rectified at some point.
I could go for a spicy Chick-fil-A sandwich. Like the spicy chicken deluxe.
I could too. Sounds actually pretty good right now. These guys will line it up. I'll try to quickly get DRM an invite.
Yeah, I thought Gamer Boy was gonna send them.
Well, I just got into the lobby. So, hold up a little.
I got you. There you go. Looks like
Hold on, you're not even appearing on here.
these guys will be restarting.
Yeah, I went to offline because I got sick of getting invites for playlists.
You guys will be restarting in a different area. The restart zone is over here.
Bro got mad because he wasn't getting an invite. Proceeded to go online to kick offline because he was getting invites. Oh, the irony.
Well, I didn't do it because of you guys. I got sick of the core invites. That's besides the point. That's besides the point.
Lining it up in an interesting spot here.
So I went to my local auto show right today. They had like this little stand that has some gyros. Dude, that was good.
Sounds pretty good, honestly.
Only problem was it was a struggle to hold it because you know those things are massive, basically massive Greek tacos. And,
Yeah. I could go for one of those right now. I'm pretty hungry. Well, anyway, as we continue to line it up, looks like they're lining it up right here in the chicane. It's a very interesting spot. So we see AJK here. DMX waiting up on the big tube.
what's going on in there?
Looks like they're lining it up. I'm getting word from some of the drivers that they're making a change here, and they're going to be restarting in the normal spot, which will be the start-finish line. I believe they were going to try to start the race over by the chicane, but they have made a last-minute adjustment, and they will restart it coming out of the final corner. And the one thing to note, guys, we talked about it, especially in the qualifying segment, these slick track pieces here in the infield. Gonna have to get on the brakes a little earlier than you might expect. Someone's mic.
STR.
We have these slick traction pieces, or these slick prop pieces here. You might see a lot of trouble. And here goes on pole. He and DLJ. boost, looking to get back to victory lane. Sitting on a pretty big win drought dating back to season 2. The inner ghost down there looking at me. And he's hit me. Uh-oh. And there goes the broadcast. My game blue screened. Well, that sucks.